Oh, look at us go. There we are. Hello, everyone. New subscriber. Hello, Carnivorous Bunny. I know you're not watching this live, but, you know. And then the chat. Oh, boy, what a disaster of a day this has been. We're all over the shop. It is 10 to 2. I'm cooking breakfast in the air fryer, or at least one half of what is breakfast. I didn't wake up until like 1 o'clock or 12:30 or something. Like, I don't know. And I'm having one of those days where I'm just all over the shop. I don't actually know what is going on with my health. I've had I think I've said in other streams, like, one half of my chest is currently regrowing because I've had a heart monitor stuck on. I just, like, and today, like, I've slept for like 13 hours and and I just can't get my head together. I got brain fog, my eyes are burning, all sorts of shit. Having said that, I'm just getting on in the interest of doing something productive. And I'm actually just going to I'm gonna do a jigsaw today. So actually just gonna test if all of the pieces are here. So yeah, we're just gonna nothing too crazy. Maybe it'll kickstart something. I don't know. It might end up being a really good day. And there's a corner piece. It might end up. Sometimes I do occasionally. My energy levels have always been a bit of a mission to deal with. I suspect I've had, like, you know, we've looked at chronic fatigue and all of this sort of thing. I've had a couple of heart monitors in the past. I think I've done them twice. Always a bit of a pain in the ass. You know what? I'm actually going to keep that one. Yeah, just it's been, my energy levels have always been kind of low, especially when I'm not on. I say when I'm not on drugs, but I mean mainly alcohol. I seem to have a weird thing with alcohol where it acts as a stimulant almost. Oh, it's sparkly. That's why it's called shimmer. There's like little, you can see it a little bit in the. Here, let's do the YouTube thing. It's sparkly. It's got sparkly bits on it. That's why it's called shimmer. Okay, cool. We're plumbing the mysteries of the universe. I'm not gonna have enough space to do. So we're already running into technique problems here. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I don't know if this was a good idea at all. Do I have a tray? I feel like I need a tray. Like, look at the big oven. So I just got this from a dude who was... So I live in an apartment block, and he was moving out. And I talk to him occasionally. So I don't talk to, like, everyone in this apartment block. There's a lot of people just moving through, like they do a lot of short stay accommodation of just like 3 months or whatever. But it's also like there's a lot of dudes here who I would probably prefer not to talk to. There's been a lot of... There's like, and again, this is what I mean. There's a lot of mental health issues and stuff, of which I am obviously dealing with myself as well. But so it's not a thing about like, ew, they're crazy people and I'm better than that. It's nothing like that. It's more just you gotta try and keep yourself tight, right? And there's a lot of drama. Okay, so it's story time. Let's do story time about my little apartment block. There's been dudes in here. There was one dude, and he was a lovely bloke. He was actually a really friendly guy, but he would... he had a... It was really funny, because he got a... He was into, like, carving with chainsaws. Oh, hello. Yes, story time. Yeah. Hello, stupid Titanic terrifying wall. Is that you, Dan? So there was one dude, like I say, really friendly dude, but like had a drug problem. I think he'd been in rehab, but he was just really like just screw loose and like drug burnout, right? The first time I ever met him was on Anzac Day. It was on Anzac Day, and I went out. It was during... Oh, hello. Yes, hello, Ferg. Oh, this will be nice. You'll be listening to this at work. So I went out, and so this was during COVID. This was the year of COVID, 2022? 2021. 2021, I think, when we were all locked down and isolated and all of that. And I went out. I've just had a brainwave. Food tray. Food tray. Oh, here we go. Now we're fucking talking. I thought I'd done the master stroke by getting the getting this black thing out. Oh, you're right. It's fucking... We got there in the end. So I went out to do the dawn service. So I don't usually do dawn services. Like, I don't go in for the pomp of the formal ceremonies. Again, no shade on them, but I have my own observances. But that year, we were doing, so everyone did a roadside vigil. So there was no services, but you got to go. They said, look, we're gonna do we're gonna pipe the last post out over the radio, and we're gonna do, you can stand along the side of the road, you can shelter in place, but also make your observances. And I sort of went, oh, okay, yeah, let's do that. Normally I go to a natural place and I have my own sort of thing, because I believe it's very important, but like I say, I'm not super keen on the all of I think there's certain things that I'm not a huge fan of in the official observances. Anyway, but I was like, okay, let's do this. Like, we're having a rough time. It's so funny to think about how it's very dusty. It's funny to think about how sort of crazy I thought the world was during COVID, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. Anyway, I went out for the dawn service. I found this guy in the parking lot. This is the parking lot fisherman's story. And he was standing at one end of the parking lot, and he had a baked bean can, like just a normal can of food, but it was empty. And he had this can, and he had a fishing rod, and he was slinging the fishing rod. Like, he was casting the fishing rod at the can. That was like, it would have been fucking 20 meters away. It's not a huge parking lot, but it would have been like, yeah, it was quite a way away. This dude's standing here with a fucking, with a fishing rod, casting. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Again, really, and that was the first time I met him. Lovely bloke, had a bit of a chat, had a bit of a chinwag with him, and he was like, oh, let's go down to the local restaurant, man, you seem like a top bloke. Let's hang out and do some stuff together. Really friendly. He was fucking high as a kite. And just all over the shop. Like, yeah, casting. He's standing there with a fishing rod. On, like, I don't know. So he'd been up all night. It turned out he'd been up all night on the piss and on drugs. And he was fucking, he decided that he was like, the fishing rod thing is interesting, because then he was kind of like outdoorsy, but like in that way where like he just wanted to like do all the fun shit. He got into like chainsaw carving, like where you have the stump, and he was like carving. Like you get a little tiny chainsaw and you carve things into it. And, you know, they do stuff like that at the local shows and stuff. Like, it's a thing. I get it's a thing. But like he wasn't like a camping guy. He wasn't like the dudes who get hardcore into camping. He was like the dude who rolled up on a hunting trip and had no trigger discipline and had no knowledge of guns, just wanted to kill shit and he was a bit of a fucking wild card. We've got the lid of the bucket there. Okay, so that's the alarm for the food. I'm having a couple of chook roasts, so flowers, there's some bricky bits, fairly sure that is I do kind of like how my visual sensibilities are good enough that I can pick out exactly where they go. I just don't know which pieces they connect to. Like that. That would be down there, right? Yeah, so I'm just gonna go and sort out the last bit of this food, and then I'll be back in like 2 minutes. All right. I've got to heat some water and whatnot. We're doing it. We're doing it live. Yeah, and that'll be up in there somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Of course, the catch with this is that I'm gonna see something and be like, oh, yep, that's that bit. And I'll be completely wrong. I haven't got enough space. I think I can already tell we need more space. Need quite a bit more space, I suspect. Okay, those all look like rivery bits. So we're going to take these over here. Yeah, but the dude was... he was, like I say, always really chatty, but had... And then he got into... So he was already a bit screw loose, and it turned out where like his dad had been like some quite famous lawyer who like he was like a lawyer to the Broncos in the 80s or something. Like it was... I think I need another one of these dishes that I can put other bits on. Yeah, I think I might try that actually. Because I do have another. You need working room, right? Oh, wait. I know. Let's multi-layer it. Oh, that looks like a bit of the roof there. So that'll go over there. Yeah, so he was into into all of this stuff, but like his dad was a famous lawyer, and then he was like, oh yeah, my dad cut me off. Like, just a few things that he said made me sort of go, oh, it sounds like you're kind of the fuck up of the family. Like, you've gotten into drugs, you haven't managed to like pull yourself out, and you're a little bit crazy. Yeah, so yeah, I reckon that one's in there somewhere, maybe. Don't know about that one. I'm gonna get another dish, and I'm gonna put all the green bits on there. I don't have enough room. I've got too much shit. I feel like part of this, part of this streaming and all of that is me trying to sort myself out on a subconscious level well enough that I can start actually like decompressing my room and all of the crap that's in my room. Okay, that's the brick of the well. Yeah, here we go. So I'll put all the greeny bits on here. I mean, that's a fair chunk of the... Yeah. Anyway. And he ended up like getting kicked out. He was such a character, that dude. But he ended up getting into like airsoft guns. So he also had a really bad like skin condition. He had like flakes of skin. Like, he had really bad, I don't know if it was psoriasis or what it was, but it was bad. Like, he had snow drifts going on pretty consistently, and apparently, like, I just remember being like, okay, he's like, this dude is headed for a disaster. Like, he's a nice enough bloke, but holy shit, we're gonna be in trouble. Okay, so that's the door. Okay, we're gonna be in trouble if he ever like gets back on the gear. And he didn't do that, but I remember he got kicked out. I was sitting out the front one day, and he rode past on like an e-bike, and I waved to him and went, "Oh, g'day, mate," and he stopped, and he was like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in ages," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, so," like, and he'd moved out. He'd moved out, and I was like, "Oh, there's another corner bit." That's the... Oh, look, we've got our first join, and it's right on the emblem, the little emblem thingy. I think we might put all the edge pieces over here, eh? I know my technique is terrible. I know, but I'm really just, like, this is just me futzing my way through. He was like, oh no, I got kicked out like a month ago. I was like, oh. And it was all, oh yeah, she... And it turned out the real estate agent had gone into his room and he had chainsaws and guns everywhere, all through his room, and a fucking... And apparently there were like skin flakes, like psoriasis skin flakes, like an inch deep on the floor. There's not enough room for this. I'm not gonna... I think this is going to be a bit of a slower process than I anticipated. So yeah, he ended up with like... She apparently just walked in and then went, nah, you're out. Get out. And that's, like I say, like the catch was that he was a how can I put this? I'm trying to think of how I can best put this. So I think that's part of the path there. Yeah, just... Yeah, free Macca's tray, another one that I think there's these... I've got 3 or 4 of them around here. And they were just like... I think one night I just went, fuck it, let's see if I can walk out with it. And I literally just walked out the door with it. And I got a couple of Macca's trays, and they're really useful. I actually get a lot of use out of them, but yeah, they're not. So I need a much larger working area. But yeah, that was him. COVID, I mean, yeah, these guys, they cook themselves to fucking death in here. Well, not death. They're a good bunch, but like, there's been a couple of stabbings in here. There's been more than one drug overdose. There's been a couple of there's been 1 or 2 police raids, but not many. I think the place was a bit wild back in the day, and it's quietened down a bit. Oh, that's interesting. Where are those green bricks? Down the bottom there. That's part of the well. Right. Another part of the hut. Geez, this thing's actually... This is a 750 piece puzzle. Severely underestimated the amount of space I was gonna need. It's all good in the hood, baby. Okay, I've just got to go put some veggies in the not the microwave, the boiling pot. I'll be back in a moment. Oh, okay. So all of that should be going off in the next 5 minutes. Maybe. See, there's windows and flowers. Bright yellow. Where's the yellow line? The roses. So that's the bottom of the window. I think we're going to start with the hut. Start with the hut, maybe? So that's the mini roasts done. Now just got to let the water boil, and it's very nearly there. Oh, look. I think we're... Oh, this is going to be a bit of a tight one, but I think we're... I mean, you can tell exactly where all of this shit goes. It's just joining it all up. That's the challenge. Oh, there we go. Alright. Concavitate. That's the blue door with the cute little... What is that? Oh, yep. Yeah, see, this is... I used to fantasize about being so good at jigsaws that you could I could build it from one corner out. Oh, that's the blue door, and that's part of the blue door. Alright. We're getting there. We're making a start. That will be the skinny little window right on the end. Okay, so I think we need more window pieces is what I'm sensing. I am going to manifest more window pieces. I think once we get started with those bits, and that's the bottom of that side window. So we're starting to get something like that. That's going to be the edge of that window there, I'm fairly sure. And we've got the smaller bricks go over here. So we're going to get started. Oh shit, there's a big bit of window. And the water's boiling, which means we get it'll be the point of that one over there. Oh yeah, there we go. that's the edge of the blue door, is it? Yep. There's it's more of the edge by the looks of it, except it's not because it's. Is it going to fit in like that? That's a bit crazy, isn't it? That's an interesting piece. Yeah, all sorts of characters that you meet. Although, like I said, like that was just one of them. There was the one. I'm gonna just go and sort this stuff out. I'll be back. All right. Well, I'm now eating lunch, which is exactly what I know you all came here to see. And the inevitables happened, and I've just knocked off all of the shit, the the trays of pieces that I had. I've knocked them onto the floor. So yes, thank you, Mark. And I'm now eating lunch. Lumpy white guy, oily vegetable mukbang. Um, yeah, no. So just things. I don't wanna. So that was the wild old days. So in COVID, right? And I think this is actually so since COVID, both of my parents have passed away. I've lost quite a long term relationship. I've there's been a lot of stuff that's happened. My quote unquote family, the two brothers, the blood brothers that I have kind of exited the picture. It's been a bit of a rough time, and there's been other things that have happened in there as well. A million and one little minor frustrations. I'm not going to go on about that. But I think, like, so all of that changes you. But I think in with all of that, the probably the start of like this weird like phase of life I'm in was COVID isolation. COVID isolation. So I didn't think it was like a doomsday thing, but I was like, the main thing was I was thinking if I get sick, I'm fucked. Like I live on my own. I don't have any dependents, but like no one can look after me. And you know, people were talking about like being in bed for like 6 days straight, and they couldn't move and all of that. I was like, man, I'm gonna be screwed if I do that. And then really close into it. So Australia, I think Australia had a really responsible protocol for it. We dropped out, we locked down, we went no contact very early on in the piece. And then we got COVID bonus. So everyone who wasn't essential got laid off work temporarily, and we went into lockdown. Now, in the apartment block that I'm in, it was fucking party time. Yeah, right. There you go. Bedridden, hallucinating. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was very. It was a rough time, man. And this is what I mean. Like, I don't think that a lot of people realize like there's a certain amount of revisionism that goes on where it's like, oh, it wasn't that bad, and it was like, man, when we were in the teeth of it, it was pretty crazy. Um, so what happened with me was so we got the COVID bonus. Everyone got laid off who wasn't essential. Now in this apartment block, if I'm gonna say that the majority of us at that point, us, quote unquote, us, the people who live in this apartment block were white, older guys, like older than me, who were working like the labour jobs. There were a couple of sparkies. There were dudes who were moving. I know there were quite a few moving guys in there. Um, yeah, very nice. That's good of them. I mean, it's not, well, it is good of them, but that's also what they should be doing. You wouldn't be in the situation stepped in to stop you flying back to Tassie and they put you up. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'd also it's yeah, essential worker. That's really interesting, isn't it? Like I could the the word essential did a lot of heavy lifting back then. I didn't have a job at all, so I just went like again, that was part of the weirdness of it because I was self-employed running games of D&D and that all shut down. The the gaming shop that I ran out of closed down in November of 2020. So it was already like on shaky ground. And then and I started running online to cover the gap. And then COVID happened and there was a period like this is what I mean. It was very strange because I went on COVID bonus and I was working like harder than I ever had. I was literally just eating, sitting at at my computer to run games of Dungeons and Dragons online, and then I was exhausted from that, so I would get up and go back to bed, and just cycle. I remember getting up one day. I think it was like a Thursday, and it was like, what is going on? Like, what I don't know what day it is. I'd lost all sense of space and time. And then I realised, oh, it's just because you've been literally work, sleep, eat for like days on end. It was more than a week, I know that, but I don't think it was quite 2 weeks, but it was a very strange thing. And the whole time, like, this is what I mean, like, none of the guys here were essential workers, so they all just got laid off in COVID bonus. And there's a picnic area here, and this place was party central. They were all on the piss. They were they were all getting drunk every night. You'd come out in the morning. So, and this is what I mean. In with all of this, this was the period what I was saying earlier. This I think is where my literal brain chemistry started to shift because I locked myself in my room. I remember I went down to the shops and I bought like a month's worth of food. Like I think I bought a week of like meat and stuff, and then I think I might have had another week of meat that I put in the fridge. And then after that, it was like, okay, cans. Let's just see. It wasn't like it was bugging in. Like you hear about these doomsday preppers. It was like bugging in light, but it wasn't like for months and months at a time. And then I stayed in my room. Literally, I think I lasted. It was something like 14 weeks. I was literally just in my room. I was leaving the room to go to the toilet, and then in my room, and once a week I would go down to the pub. Sorry, not the pub, the shops. Pubs weren't even open. I was going down to the shops and picking up what I needed, and again, like I remember standing in the middle of the shopping centre. And it was like a ghost town. Everyone was masking. And it was like... And again, like you feel like a ghost. Because I hadn't talked to another person for more than 3 months. And I'm living in a city. Like, it was very strange. I think I went over again, and I'm running games of D&D, which is one of the most social things you can do, but no faces, no like quote unquote real contact. Yeah, and I it was very weird, and the whole time this is going on, there's dudes. So I went and I remember one day early, because it was a communal kitchen as well. This was the other thing, communal kitchen. And you go out and there's three dudes standing in the kitchen. You're all meant to be social distancing. None of them are social distancing. None of them are masked. They're all drunk as fuck, talking about how it's a conspiracy and how it's a pandemic and all of this sort of shit. And like, and I think one of them was like making pizza or something. And I remember, again, like, this was 4 days into the pandemic, or 4 days into lockdown, or whatever it was. And I remember sort of going, I'm sharing food space with a guy, with guys, multiple guys who are just treating this like a big party, and they're not taking it seriously. Fine for them, but if I get sick, I'm fucked. So I started, like, I think I lasted the month, and then I was literally just spending my COVID bonus on, like, it wasn't DoorDash. I think I've DoorDashed 2 things in my whole life. But it was like, it was contactless delivery. Again, so I was rolling up at the food place, and there'd be a bag sitting out the front with my name on it, and that was it. Yeah. Strange times, and good. Like, again, and Mark, like, you've grown up, where we grew up, like, you do get used to, like, I know city people that would go out to, like, where we were, and they're acting, it's like hills have eyes, and they're freaking out. Oh my god, oh, this is spooky. I was like, no, this is lovely. This is what I'm after, So you do get used to it, but I actually find absence of people quite nice, but yeah, very strange to be in a city that's the supermarket, and again, like, you go through the self checkout, and you're like, there's people here, but none of us are like acknowledging each other or chatting or anything. Very strange. And then you come back here, and there's dudes just fucking. You'd come out in the morning. The 2 stories I have are, well, there's a couple of stories for the COVID thing. This was the whole point of it. Oh, you've said the magic words, anti-intellectual. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit nuts. You'd go through, yeah, the anti-intellectualism. Don't get me started, man. Oh, gotta. See, this is what I mean. So much of it. Forget the stories for a moment. It was there's anti-intellectualism, and it's just it's guys not liking being told what to do. And the only thing that they can think of is that, oh, you're a fucking nerd. That's all it is, man, and it just fucks me off. And how hung out to dry we all got. It was like the government sort of went, okay, you got like 2 months, 3 months, or whatever, and then it was just like, all right, nah, let it rip. Off we go. And we just got so fucked. Looking for a job in that time was ridiculous. Like, I was literally we were doing meditation practice on Zoom with the employment service, because they were just like, we don't have anything for you, but you need to be here on this Zoom call. Fucking ridiculous, you know. Yeah, yeah. Um, so so you come out one morning here. Yeah, human centipede. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I don't. It's just funny. Again, I'm always struck by Aussies. They're like, oh, we're bushies through and through. Oh, you gotta, you know, we're rough and ready. And you put them out in somewhere that like doesn't have Amazon service delivery these days, and they're acting like they're out in the fucking, you know, the boonies, which I guess they are in a way, but yeah, they're freaking out about it. It's funny. Come out in the morning here, picnic table covered in bottles. Like it's not much of a story, but I just remember going like, wow, this is like, it was like 45 to 60, 70-year-old men drinking like I used to in like university. Like, you're just like, fuck, man, what's going on here? Eh? Such a weird thing. And the mini roast. So I bought some mini roasts. They had mini roasts on special at the butcher. It was like, and it turned out, I thought it was four for 21 bucks or $22. They were like $9 each or something, and it was like, all get four for $22. And I was like, okay. I thought it was four. It turns out it was six. So I looked in the bag and went, oh shit. So I've been eating 2 mini roasts a day, and they're not. I mean, the word roast is, yeah, they're very small. They're not. They're considerably. They're about half the size of a Zinger burger. Oh man. Oh, look at that crunch. Delicious food. Yeah, and like they were there sort of going like, yeah, you need to be here. Like we can't just give you a stay of execution from this anymore. Like the government has told us that you need to be coming back in. But there's nothing here. Like there's still mask mandates in place. And it was like, so obviously it was just such a big disconnect between like the guys making the decision and the boots on the ground. So they had us doing breathing exercise. There'd be 20 of us on a Zoom call, and we were doing breathing exercises. Now, I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I think there should be more of that sort of thing. But the fact that we had to be like in extremis to do that, it's like, guys, this is far more useful. I sent an email to her and I said, this is more useful than job searching. And of course, like the stupidity is that they will then turn around and go, yeah, well, of course you like it because you get to sit there and do deep breaths for half an hour instead of getting off your ass and coming in. The getting off your ass and coming in is useless, guys. It's not doing anything for us. I've never had any fucking useful leads or help. They've been more obstructional to me getting employment than anything else, really. Anyway. Partying. They were partying, man. And I'm sitting there playing D&D, and you can hear them. The place was... I remember thinking, again, you have these I remember thinking very clearly, this place is shaking itself to pieces around my ears. And I'm sitting here playing D&D and living on fucking spaghetti and sausages. That was good. Hear that clank as it hit the plate? Fucking glorious. Second one was getting up in the morning, and I started going for walks. I started just going out and going for walks around the neighbourhood. There was never any rule against that, except for like, you can't be more than 5Ks from your house. But who's walking more than 5Ks from their house? That's crazy. Get up in the morning, go for a walk, and there's pieces of A4 paper in the gardens held down with rocks. Oh, that's a bit weird. What's going on there? And you go over and look. I'll never forget it. You go over and look, and there's it's all these A4 printed pieces of paper saying, please stop urinating in the gardens. We can see you on the security cameras. And it's getting out of hand. The place is starting to smell. I don't remember if it had a letterhead or not. But yeah, the real estate was like, yeah, no, the security cameras keep picking up you guys pissing in the garden. That's the sort of thing that was going on, and it was happening enough that people were... They had to put them in all the gardens. And then the last story that I have, at least at the moment, is the one person that I had verbal contact with in that 14 weeks. Young gay girl. She was gay. She was quite pretty. But she was also like... Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure you've heard that story, Fergs. Couldn't fucking believe it, eh? Like a... It was probably about 5 meters long, the garden bed between me and the doorway, the exit door. About 5 meters of garden bed, and there were 3 pieces of paper in there, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And I went out. I turned around and went out and just did a bit of a loop of the bottom floor of the apartment block, and it was in all the gardens. So I did a thorough job of it. Second roast. Yeah, just off the hook. Anyway, okay, gay girl, girlfriend. So the girl who moved in was this young, very pretty young lady, but obviously had some shit going on. She looked really rough. She'd had a rough time, and her girlfriend was a big islander girl. I said hello to him a couple of times, but you know, wasn't wasn't super interested in them. That was before COVID. Then COVID hit and everything went into lockdown. Turned out that a lot of the guys, the rumor was that all of the guys were hot for the girl who'd moved in. The girl who moved in was gay, had a girlfriend, but was stringing all the guys along because she was a drug dealer, and she ended up dealing to like all of them. There were like, to give you an idea, I mean, before all of that happened, like I used to run games of D&D at the RSL on the weekend, and I'd be out the front. I went through a period where I didn't have a car, so I'd be waiting out the front for my lift to get me. She would pick me up. She was one of the players. And I'd be like sitting there, and this fucking file of dudes would come out of the building, and there was like, I'm gonna say more than 15, less than 20. And they would, like a whole crowd of them, they'd all be like, "Oh, g'day bro." And one or two of them I was friendly with. And they'd always be like, "Oh, fuck, man." And they'd see that I had the D&D books. Like, I'd have the boxed set because I'm going to work. And they'd be like, "Oh, man, we used to play that." And for some reason, like, and it happened 3 or 4 times where they'd be like, "Oh, we're all going to the park to smoke, like, to have a Dutchie. Like, you should come down, man. We'll talk about fucking the old days." And I was like, "Oh, sorry guys, I'm like I'm going to work. This is work. I'm on the clock." And they'd always be like, "Oh, it's all good, man. No worries." And she'd pick me up, and we'd drive. You got to drive like down past the park, and there'd be like a circle, like a fucking drum circle of like 15 dudes with no drum in sight. And they're just passing around. They probably didn't have a bong, but like it was like a fucking crowd of guys. So there were quite a few like dudes in here on weed and stuff. I'm pretty sure she was just dealing weed. I don't do the drugs, so I don't know. But they were all buying off her. And thank you, Lisa. I will pass my love to you. I will not pass your love back. It's good to see you all. I'm still just eating lunch, and I don't have the room to do lunch and jigsaw. So I'm currently just sitting here with about 650 jigsaw pieces on the floor, which is good because the whole reason I wanted to do the jigsaw was to check that there are no pieces missing. And now if there are no pieces missing, it'll be an absolute fucking miracle. I've learned my lesson though. This will be the last jigsaw I do. I am gonna keep doing it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So young girl, obviously gay, she ended up, to skip forward, she got kicked out because it turned out she was renting a room that only had one tenancy allowed, and her girlfriend was like living with her, had been living with her. Apparently they caught her on camera, and the girlfriend didn't leave for like the whole of lockdown, which is understandable, but they still used it as an excuse to move them on, just to give you an idea. But very obviously like gay as fuck, you know. She was, they looked like they were all of about 18 anyway, so I wasn't even interested in the best of times, never mind drug dealing and all that shit. But all of these guys, it was fascinating to me because it was like, oh, here's like these, you hear these stories and here it is in action. Like, these dudes were all like thirsty as fuck for her. And all the dudes, yeah, all the D&D random potheads, they were all like, oh yeah, let's get into it. Anyway, there was a dude who lived, so she was in the one room, she was across like the hallway from me, or the kitchen from me. And there was a dude who lived next to her who was a long-term tenancy, and he was this little Maori dude. He was the smallest Maori bloke I've ever seen in my life, but fuck me, he was fit. He was so fit. He was fucking ripped, and he was, again, like, worked in, I think he was a furniture removalist, but, like, jacked. He lived next door to her. He was a fucking hardcore conspiracy theorist. And the one, I was like, okay, we're in this room, we're going fucking cabin crazy, all of the rest of it. And the one time I remember, because I'd sneak out late at night and go to the loo, come back. I went to the loo, come back, and as I come back, she's standing, this young gay girl is standing at the Maori dude's door, so like her neighbour, and she was like, oh, g'day mate, how are you? And she was fucked, man, like off her scone. No way, no magnetic jigsaw. I don't even think it's a properly cardboard jigsaw, to be honest. There's flakes coming off it and all sorts of shit. She's like, oh, g'day man, how are you? And she was like, I'm pretty sure her eyes weren't even pointing in the same direction, eh? She was fucking high as a kite. And I was like, oh, g'day, how you going? Yeah, no, I'm alright. Stay safe and all of that. As I walked past, I remember as I got into my room, like, I opened the door and I turned around to close the door, and she'd obviously knocked on his door, and I remember him, like, as I closed the door, his door opened and he was like, oh, g'day babe, how you going? And she was like, oh, I'm alright, and she stepped in and he closed the door, and I was all like, ooh, like, all scandalized. So I don't know what happened. I closed the door, and it wasn't, I closed the door and I turned around and I was like, wow, that's the first person I've talked to in fucking months. And it seems to me like she's cheating on her girlfriend with her next door neighbor. Just hilarious shit. That was the one person I talked to for months. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway, and those were the COVID stories. The first story I ever submitted to a competition was about a guy in COVID forming a weird, like, parasocial relationship with the servo attendant across the road. Because that was something, it didn't sort of happen, but it was definitely, like, for a good couple of weeks after COVID, or at least the worst part of the lockdowns, he was the one dude that I talk to at least regularly. Probably not the only guy I talk to, but yeah. Fridge doesn't even have any room left on it. What do you expect me to get rid of my Combank and Coles profit statement? Yeah, all sorts of weird shit, strange days. But I'm pretty sure that was kind of when I've had to go back through my phone photo roll again, and even the fact that my phone has something like 12 years of photos on it now is kind of crazy. It's like this little totem of yeah, this little memory magnet. Um, all right. And I've had to go back through that and just like I know I've always been a bit of a misery guts with what's going on in my life. You two can both attest to that. But like the worst day, like the day that would make me go, fuck this, I need to sit down and have a beer, and miserate about things. That's like the normal these days. It's like, all right, here we are. Let's get on with it. There's fucking wars, and they're talking about nukes and civilizations ending, and the very fact that we've our entire global discourse has been like screwed down to like 6 or 7 points. It's like Trump, oil, Elon Musk, fucking Anthony Albanese, whatever fucking TikTok dance is on board. Like, remember when there was more going on, or at least we had more than 5 websites to go to. You go to Reddit to get the underground news these days. It's fucking wild, man. Absolutely wild. Anyway, alright. I've completely cleaned my plate. I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to pick up every piece I can see. It's not going to take me too long because it's a pretty small area under there. And I will be back. Actually, you know what? I am going to be back. We're going to do, I think I might do a bit of mapping. I'm going to clean up the jigsaw. I'll go on, be right back. I'm going to clean the jigsaw up and put it away because I think we need to revisit how to do that. I don't know if it's good for stream, and I don't have the room for it anyway. And then I'm going to so the stream's not over, I'll do some mapping. Let's do some mapping because there's a couple of ideas that I want to run through with Razgoth and Hallow. But I will be back in a couple of minutes. back. Come up with a better way of figuring out if there's any missing pieces. I'm just going to count them. I'm just going to count them. So I can't talk, obviously. Also, there's a bit of dust under the table. It's going to, like, irk me if I just dump all of the floor dropped pieces in the box with all that dust and shit. There's also parts that are still joined up, which is gonna not annoy me, but don't really need to do that. So I'm just going to count the pieces. Follow along at home if you want. Let's do it. This is the sort of bracing content that you want to see, isn't it? Okay. So 6, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Killing. It feels like killing 3 birds with 1 stone because we're counting the pieces, getting rid of the dust, and breaking all the pieces up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah. Five, 4, 5. It's too grippy. Too grippy. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ten. Nine, 10. Seven, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 100. 7th of the way through. Almost. Nearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. That's quicker. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay. If you come out with 2 extra, that's where they're at. I think. I hope. Maybe. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. One, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. $300, $400, $500, $600, $700. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Gonna go close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I think. I feel like there's more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay. It's 50. So you've got 150 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Oh, we're getting down there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay. Hopefully this one comes out to 50. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Fuck. That means that we're missing 17 pieces. Fuck. Well, I definitely didn't leave 17 on the ground there. Fuck. Ah, bugger. Oh, look at all that. See all of that. Fucking all the crusty bits, and there's hair and stuff. I mean, I'm not. Look at it. So we got all of that shit out of the way, at least. We got all of that because it was a little bit. I mean, not all of that's just off the floor either. That was in the box. Missing 17 pieces though, by the looks of it. Okay. I mean, it's just me here, so it's cool. At least I think it's just me here. And you are not. Oh yeah, there you are. Okay. Okay, so I can see you in the participants thingo. All good. I'm just trying to sort shit out. It was 13. I counted it. You've missed out the riveting television that was me counting the pieces as I put them back in the box. I started out doing them by tens. I was like, oh, it's good, but this is going to take forever. So I started doing them in blocks of 50. And I've come out to, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 17 pieces short anyway, by the looks of it. I'm not going to recount them. Oh, why don't we give Wonder Draft a shot? Let's try Wonder Draft. See, variety streaming, baby. What a time to be alive. So I've got I'm going to say a couple of things from that. One, cleaning. because it was very dusty in the box. 2, mat and movement around unit. It's actually, I think, actually really. Sometimes I feel like I talk about shit like I'm an alien. Like it's actually a really good hobby. It's another thing that I haven't kept up with, but that was actually quite enjoyable for the little tiny bit of time I did it. I could actually see me doing that sort of thing just around, like as a hobby or whatever. Like it's quite mentally stimulating. So I don't know, maybe that's a thing. I'm gonna say 3, how to count, because that's just something, suspected OCD, but I think it might be nice just to be able to count it as I put it away. Just so I know I'm putting the whole thing away, because even now I'm not sure. I mean, 17 is a pretty big amount of pieces to miss. That's like a fair chunk of the board, and that could have easily slipped into. Well, it's definitely not here, but it could be, it could be under his bed or something. That's a whole chunk of stuff. Anyway, and then I'm gonna say 4 is there was another thing, but anyway, all good. No, I was there. Were you? I couldn't see you in the thingo. Yeah, well, it's just you and me, so I don't know, man. I'm all over the shop like a mad woman's shit, and I'm just trying to get my head around things. Yeah, it can be it's weird how like just simple repetitive shit can do that. Hey, it's weird watching someone count fucking jigsaw pieces. I don't know if I'm. Part of me wants to fucking count it all again, but I'm not gonna do it on stream. Um, but that was useful. I might just throw it out actually. I tell you what, I'll recount it later. Recount, and I'm gonna make a commitment. If short, throw out. It's gonna be that this might be. If not short, keep. Ah, that's right. 5 was gonna be. So mat, storage. Although see now I'm doing the thing where I'm like, let's go and yeah, we finished the DLC. It feels like an old school DLC. It's bigger and better. You run out of ammo in fights a bit more now. Um, Although that might just be because I'm doing it on Vault Hunter 5. So I'm like doing it on the one short of the hardest possible difficulty. And I'm running out of ammo, even with fully upgraded ammo, which is kind of how DLCs used to be. I don't actually know now because I don't buy that many DLCs. Um, and it's also the levels are bigger and better. It feels more like old school Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2. There was nothing wrong with Borderlands 3 levels, but they were very like point A to point B. There's a little bit more exploration and stuff in this DLC, which I quite like. So yeah, I would say it's a win. I think that I mean the you know, and the enemies are more interesting. There's more sorts of loot. Cash is good. I think I'm on level 45 or something with Cash. And he's a good character. I'm enjoying playing him. I do have a bit of a strategy. I'm gonna run up all of each Vault Hunter. I want five level 60 Vault Hunters, with the campaigns completed on all of them. And I'm gonna quote unquote commit to that. But yeah, man, I think it's a bit unfair. I think like a lot of people, I've seen it copping shit online, and this is just me seeing like Facebook articles and stuff. But people are paying the DLC out because apparently it's only 2 hours long. And it's like, yeah, guys, if you rush through it, if you, because the whole, like, again, it's this idea of like, oh, you've got to hit level 50 in 45 minutes of playing. You know, you've got to power level everything, and you need the best in slot within an hour, or you're rubbish, and all of this sort of shit. Like this real weird, like, maximal mentality. Of course, if you rush through the story in, you know, as quickly as possible, and you don't explore and you don't do any side quests, of course it's only going to be 2 hours. I'm sure there would have been guys online that had finished it, you know, 100%ed it within 24 hours of playing, and it's like, yeah, but you're playing it for the number on in the challenge, aren't you? 100%ing that. You're not playing. So I think, you know, what were they expecting, a whole extra game for $30? Like it's like, oh, you gave us, we're paying $30 for a 2 hour campaign. Well, I paid $30 for a 4 day long campaign. It took me 4 days to work through the story. So like that's not too bad. I don't know. It sort of cuts both ways. So yeah. Anyway, but it's good. Yeah, I would rate it. Cash is a good character. Although, like, if you're not insanely into, yeah, exactly, exactly. You could speed, like, that's what I mean, right? If the point is to speed run it, like, what are you meant to be? So the idea of speed running it, like if we're talking about capital S speed running, you're trying to finish the game as quickly as possible. So what are you trying to finish it as quickly as possible, and then you're going to whinge about how quickly you finished it? Like, it doesn't, I don't know. You can, I mean, I've only had it for what, a week or two or whatever. And I'm still finding bits and pieces in it. You know, there's still bits and pieces of the main game that I haven't been to. Oh, I've got to get my fucking Vault Hunters up. I've got to get my boys. I want to do a Rafa. I want to run. I'm gonna get everyone else up to level 60, and then just do like a start to finish Rafa. I think I got a Rafa. So the first day that I had it, and see, then there's the other extreme to the speed runners, which is Bodhi wanting to play through like every single like character, maximal sort of exposure to the story to get every line of dialogue. Within the first like 2 days of having it, I'd played through that prologue bit like 4 times. I did it with each character to get all of the the individual dialogue. Yeah, that's it, right? Well, yeah, exploration, the looty shooty. I'm getting on board with the looty shooty more, and that's why I want the level 60 characters as well, because it's like, yeah, not only do you get the whole game, but you get, at the end of the game, you can start fucking around with your build and stuff, and that's what I think I want to do. I keep thinking, oh no, I'll fuck around with builds once everyone is level 60, and then I can do all of the builds. And then I never get to level 60, and then Borderlands 5 comes out in 5 years' time, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even play any of the DLCs for Borderlands 3, and they were meant to be quite good. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little bit of mapping just to test out the the Wonder Draft capabilities. I'm not going to stream Wonder Draft. The catch is, if I can just sit here and chat and map, that would actually be quite good, and then I can just show the finished product. But as it is, I'm going to have to put those two through the washer, aren't I? Oh, so much fucking work. Alright. Alright, let's so 13 pieces short. Well, it's probably a bit too many to be futzing with. The fridge is open, Mark. If you're here, Mark, the fridge is open. I know you have an obsession with my fudge. Ooh, a couple of. I was going to have such a productive day, and I woke up and I couldn't get my fucking head together. But that's okay. I'll be a bit naughty after my. I was looking forward to doing that fucking. I've got a fucking house inspection day after tomorrow, so. got a house inspection, so I'll have to clean the fucking house up tomorrow. And then I really think I need to. I keep saying I did it the last 2 fucking times with the house inspection. I was like, right, just get through this one, and then the next one will be the one where you clean everything up. And now I'm doing it again. I'm sitting here going, ah, shit. I need to get through this house inspection. But you know, these are the games we play with our lives. All right. So, I can't tell if you're still there, but I mean, it's okay. You don't have to keep saying you are if you are, but I can't see you on the participants thing. It didn't show you there while I was doing stuff. Anyway, all right. So should we just try this? Okay. Let's get one to draft up. So I want to try in car wash. Christ, okay. So I really want to try and do if I can do one to draft and still have this going okay. I might even just put it on me. Okay, so I'm going to want one of these hotkeys to be the space bar. Oh, don't fight. Okay, so let's get this Huey on thing up. So we want I'll tell you what, it's nice to have turn that around, if we rotate that 180 degrees, it's that one. Does that give us space? No. Okay. Hotkeys, here we go. Label tool, move symbol, new, nudge down, open, pan, space. Yeah, so it is space. Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. Let's redo. Let's save. Okay, so we might make digital pen. Right mouse, right button, E. Let's make just need that one to be clear it. Alright. Is that it? Space. Cool. So does that now? Oh yeah, baby. There we go. Alright. So I'm really kind of hoping that this still runs okay. Oh shit. Sorry, is that better? Might be. What? You're listening to. You're listening to YouTube streams in the car. Fucking hell, man. What a. It's fucking science fiction, I tell ya. How does that sound? I had to take the mic. I pushed the mic away so I could move the thingo in. Alright, what's zoom in and zoom out? Zoom in, command and equals, command and minus. Alright. So there's our next one. Yeah, okay. I do love it so very much. I had to push the mic away from my mouth, sorry. So is this still looks like it's going okay. It's 0% dropped frames. So okay, maybe just streaming Wonder Draft is, because it completely fucked up last time. Okay, pen tablet. Here we go. Can we fucking rotate this a little bit? Can we just... Yeah, okay. That's great. So if you rotate that halfway around, so give us a sec. Let's just wait. Control and N. Wonder Draft is currently busy. Yes, you're very busy. You're so busy, baby. Okay. I think we might be doing... Okay, Control and S. So why is it saying the inner... I think we're just gonna fucking let's redo all of these. You know what? We're gonna fucking go. So we're setting up. Now we're setting up hotkeys. So we need... So we've got what? We've got 12 keys there. So we need... So undo, Command and Z. Zoom in, Command and equals. Zoom out is Command and minus. Undo is Command Z, which we might have on the thingo. We're going to go raise land mass is C. What's lower land mass? Because that's been pretty useful too. Lower landmass. Lower is V. Paint landmass is Z. And I'm gonna say increase, decrease. Increase, brace right, decrease, brace left. Yes, brace left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll go... I think that's all we need. Pan, space. Eraser. Symbol eraser. Let's... is E. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Zoom in, zoom out. Raise, lower. Increase, decrease. Eraser. Save. What's save? Erase landmass. So I think we're going to have... okay. Erase landmass is X. Oh, there's so many things. There's so many things. Sorry, we'll just do save. Let's do save. Command S. Save. Command S. Alright, cool. Let's... so we're going to have... so on the top, so pen. Top. Top. This is all landmass. That's navigation. Pen. That's landmass. So we're going to have navigation. Landmass. Okay, cool. This, of course, all in aid of... yes, well, the... yes. The audio's glorious. Alright, let's do it. And of course we're operating backwards, so we're gonna say... so top, top. Pen. So raise landmass. Raise landmass is C. Lower landmass is V. So raise, lower, paint landmass is Z. Wait, no, we want it there. So raise, lower, raise, lower, paint, and then erase. And then we're going to have command and equal. Command and minus. Why is that not? Command and minus. I hope that's command. Okay. Equal command and minus. Zoom in, zoom out. I feel like we're going to have space in there. In, out, space, pan, raise, lower, erase, paint, erase. Right. Let's start with that, shall we? What is this for? This is all for WonderDraft, which is the app that I use to map. You can't see WonderDraft. So I've got a graphics tablet that I'm doing the hotkeys for. The hotkeys are for WonderDraft. You can't see WonderDraft because I can't stream it. I tried streaming mapping the other day. That was actually going to be the main thing that I streamed. It crashes the computer something chronic. So the idea is now that I stream and chat without anything on the screen or something, I don't know, and then I show you the finished product after I'm done. But at the moment, I'm just trying to figure out the hotkeys so that the graphics tablet works. So let's try. So zoom in, zoom out. Okay, this is very strange because it's okay. Zoom in, zoom out, which means that one's raise. That one is okay. Is that not lower? That isn't lower. That's paint.
That's eraser. So none of this is making any fucking sense. None of these keys are adding up where I had them. Oh, there we go. Raise lower. Okay. So we are doing... which means that would then be paint, and that would be a raise. Okay, so we are doing... it's the same orientation. So raise. So I'm having to... not only am I having to jig between... so that is raise. So C is raise. And V is lower. Raise, lower. So lower is V. Sorry, I'm having to perform fucking... so V. So it is the same orientation, it's just on the other side. Okay. But it is the same orientation. So that all works very well. So we're going to go keyboard key. So this is... we want these... okay, command and equal. So this is all... yeah. So this is all for a program that you can't even see. Oh. So you want raise, lower. Paint, erase. No, you don't. You want raise, paint, lower, erase. You want zoom in, zoom out. You want pan, symbol erase. And I think that's gonna start us out, and we're gonna say save is down the bottom here, just that one there. Okay, cool. So this one, zoom in, command and equal. You want command and minus on that one. Command and equal, command and minus. You want space on this one. Right. And then you want raise. Raise is C. Raise is C. I know this is not exactly riveting television, but this is the shit that I'm doing. These streams are more about like motivating myself. CV. Paint is Z. Yep. Erase is E. Erase is E. No, wait. Paint landmass. Erase landmass is X. So we want X there. X. So raise, lower. Paint, erase. Symbol eraser is E. So we want symbol eraser as E. And then we want save. Save is Command S. Okay. Save, symbol erase, land paint, raise land, or lower land, raise land. We want nil. 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 I have a feeling those are going to be the path tools. And then we've got pan, zoom out, zoom in. Yep. And then for the digital pen, we've got space to move around as well. And mouse right button, we might use that as undo, which is Command and Z. Command Z. And there we've got, so space, so pan and undo. Yep. Okay. Holy shit. Alright. Oh, Okay. Let's have a quick play, shall we? So hopefully that's all dialed in. We do so love to play with our toys. Having said that, I mean, this sort of shit actually illustrates that this isn't just wasted money. Like, I am actually. So let's do save. Can we? Come on. Tell you what, let's. If nothing else, I'm loving that it's weird when my head's not going well, it can actually be really good. That's when I do the not so fun stuff. It seems to kick me into. Okay. Symbol eraser, paint, erase, raise lower landmass, lower landmass, paint it, erase it, symbol eraser. Okay. Save. Don't need to save because we haven't done anything. Okay. Pan. Those are the only three. So what's going on? So those are command, but so are. Okay, so let's do. Okay, so see, this is another level of the bullshit. So command is the not button, and option is that, which makes sense. So this one should be No, that's not. That's not. Alt. Okay. So that's Alt. And Option is Win. Right. So. Zoom in, zoom out. Pan is space. So we got zoom in. Wait. Command and Z. So we got zoom in, zoom out. We got raise, lower, paint, erase. We got the symbol eraser. We got the pan. Oh yeah, we got brace. We got increase and decrease as well. Save is going to be Alt and S. No, not Alt SS. That would be bad. Alt S. Cool, we got that one. Command and Z on the pen. So this will be Alt Z on the pen and space there. Yep. Maybe we should do yep. So decrease, increase. And we might swap these two around. So that's Alt minus. And that's Alt equals. Right. So zoom out, zoom in, decrease, increase, raise, lower, paint, erase, save, symbol erase. And I feel like there's going to be a I feel like there's going to be path and region. There's no... Doesn't look like there's a region tool, but there is a path tool, which I think we should do. Are there no... Territory tool? Is it called a territory tool? Is there one for... No, there's no... River tool. Yeah, no. Okay, that's alright. We'll just do the path tool then. How we doing? We're still running like silk, baby. This is awesome. Yeah, let's do P for path. I guess so. Let's have a quick look, because I actually quite like the idea of there being a... path tool. Territory tool. One to draft. Hotkeys. Doesn't look like it, unless... What's... Tool switching. Tool symbol tool. Water appearance. Ground color brush. No. Map effects panel. F. No. All good. Still running at 0 frames. That's pretty good. Trace frame. Ooh, trace tool. Shit. We're gonna be downloading that. That's got a few. Ground brush. Yep. Box tool. Alright, I like that. Alright, let's have a bit of a play. Let's, this is the sort of shit that I really should be doing off screen, but it is something that's happening. Turn the fucking lights on. Okay. Okay. Zoom in. Zoom out. Yep. Decrease, increase. Yes. Path tool. Very good. Undo. Very good. Yes. Zoom, pan. Zoom out. Raise, lower. Paint, erase. Symbol eraser. Save. It's all working very well. You're back. Cool. I don't know how much fun this is going to be for you, because I'm currently just going to be mapping. Ooh, actually, I could use that. So I mean, the problem is that the second I start streaming, oh, this is where it's at. So I don't know, I probably need something that I can put on, or just do this shit. I should be able to fucking hack. I should be able to hack shit so I can not have to do this on stream, hey, and do the explanations and stuff on Steam, on our stream. The problem is that it starts. Ooh, I want this one to be kind of spoopy. So I'm actually as per usual, we're engaging our Kaizen, and we're gonna go for incremental improvements. So tomorrow or whenever I get to it, I do need to ramp up my sort of time on this. This has been good because I've just been kind of fucking around, and it's not been super polished. But it does also give me a bit of I've worked a few other things out. I did want to get this graphics tablet dialed in because it's I find them really quite nice. I think I might have been an illustrator. I don't know. No, I wouldn't have. What am I? Always, this is another thing I'm finding. I'm like, yeah, I could have done that. I might have liked to do that. If I'd gotten into it, as if I can't get into it now, and also as if I would have stayed with fucking anything. Oh yeah, here we go. Sort of shit I'm after. Complementary colours, baby. take away that bit, hey? It doesn't look too bad. Oh shit, there we go. That's a bit of alright. It's a bit of alright. That's water. We're gonna paint. Okay. How we doing there? Still running like silk, so 0.0% dropped frames. So if you're still here, Fergs, it's just you're not. Or maybe you are. I don't know. I can't see you. So I'm. This is also me just testing out how Wonder Draft runs. So not only is Wonder Draft running with the tablet, but Wonder Draft is also running while I'm streaming, and I've had 0% dropped frames. So when I started streaming, the second I started putting the details in, the fucking the stamps, basically the terrain, it immediately started dropping like hundreds, if not thousands, of frames at a time on the stream, and it was chopping like horrendously. So to the point where I couldn't. Whoa. It's a cat called Cigarette. So yeah, so I had it. I couldn't get it. I was running it with the mouse, which was a bit of a pain in the bum. But also streaming it. It was just fucking. It was impossible. I am working on a solution. So I want to do Affinity. I want to basically non-subscription Photoshop, where I'm kind of doing the same thing but in Affinity. I think that will be a part of a larger project to sort of learn how to draw and use Affinity in general. It's another thing though that I'm kind of just concentrating on Wonder Draft because it's fairly easy. It's nice to use. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, see, I mean, it gets a little bit choppy. I can see it in the background here, but it doesn't look too bad. This ground is looking a bit fucking raggedy though. Let's try and do something nice with not quite so fluoro. Something around there. Oh, that's much nicer. Yeah. Let's at least try and get this bad boy straightened out first, hey? So this is Plutaria. The Lost Peninsula. Actually, maybe we'll do a little bit more grey. Yeah, that looks alright. Might need to... that's... It's all good inside of the hood. No, there still seems to be a bit of... Oh, we just color this whole area in. Just absolutely fucking bomb it. And then we can try... Come on. There we go. I don't know if I like that, how fucking violently green that is. Yeah, that's a nicer green. Yeah, that's a much nicer green. So a bit of grey in with your green, but the violent green kind of does provide a bit of a... Yeah, alright. Now we're starting to look the goods. Yeah, there we go. So I think part of the best practices for this is to just kind of colour in everything, at least to start. And I can see how layering also... I can see, because I'm doing layering but less explicit. Like that is something that never kind of worked for me with Photoshop. One of the biggest things was learning how to get my head around layering, and I'm still like, you know, not at all like amateur at best, I would say, with poor old Photoshop. There's so many things to do, man. So much shit on. Okay, what are they? What are these fucking things now? That's those ones. I kind of like the idea that this is just going to be a fucking absolute mess of... What the fuck? Why are there trees in the ocean? That's not cricket. Did they do that up here as well? They did. What the fuck, guys? Wonderdraft, you're doing me dirty, bro. That was one of the big advantages that you had. Fucking no trees in the sea. You could go right up to the edge. Oh well. Oh shit. What are we doing? Yep, that's not. Only trees? Ah, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yep. Cool. Alright. Still 0 dropped frames, baby. No. So Plutaria, I mean, this is the nitty gritty part of the world, and I don't like that you can't see what I'm talking about. So Plutaria is the lost peninsula. And I think the idea is meant to be because each I like that effect. That's cool. The idea is that each of these peninsulas that I'm putting so much sort of they're meant attention on, they are meant to be like a fairly, they're each meant to have their own type. And Plutaria is the Lost Peninsula. So it is where each of the peninsulas has a type, even to the point where like I'm pretty sure that Hyber, so if you think of the island is like a 5-pointed star. Put on my little art fuck glove. Hyber is like, so Hyber's the upmost point of the star. It is also, so think if you think of that one as being called the Eldritch Peninsula. And the whole idea is that the Eldritch Peninsula is where all the Elder Ones and stuff are, but the point is that it's not illithids. It's not meant to be like, oh, here's where this one type of beastie is. This is meant to be like, okay, everything lives here. There's elves and all sorts of shit. But there's also, but it's eldritch elves. I think that's what I'm going for. Right. Water. So how am I placing lakes? Water. So let's have a quick look. No, fuck off. Oh, this is gonna be... Hold shift and mouse wheel. It can work well directly to make small lakes. Okay. But I'm... there's a bit of a glitch there. So and then we're going to go water, watercolor, water painter, water everything, and we're going to get a nice, I think we're going to go a nice like deep royal blue, and we're going to get a smaller brush. Can we just, does that, okay, so we go undo, see I don't like it. Yeah, it's working. Might make the top end a little bit darker, hey? Yep, there we go. Let's put some, let's put a mountain or two on there, hey? Erase that one. I'm not the hugest fan of your fucking putting mountains in the water, mate, but whatever. And then we're going to put trees all over the shop. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Yeah, nice. Starting to look a bit better. Oh, it's still a bit rough, isn't it? It's alright. That's quite a bit of progress, though. I don't know, am I... I think I might just end the stream and keep going on this, because I'm at this point I'm just streaming my face as I'm sitting here doing work. I don't know, but I am kind of invested a little bit. So yeah, I think why don't I just why don't I why don't I turn the stream off and then I can put some music on and just vibe out. Yeah, I think I might do that. See, we've hacked. Maybe I just need to do a little like 20-minute mapping hack at the start of the day, and then I don't have to keep the showmanship up, and then I can offset all of the OBS stuff and just put music on. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's give that a shot, I think. And then I can come back and stream if need be, but the mapping is good. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the loo anyway. I've been streaming for fucking almost 4 hours, so all right. Well, I'll catch up with you guys a bit later on.